your socks! Hey!
The Lost Art with Andrew Cox podcast, now streaming on all major podcast platforms. A Till Valhalla Project ambassador. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast, that podcast giving a voice to our veterans. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a fireside chat with the crew. But before we get into the episode, or you join the podcast and go to the website, that's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check it out, see what we're all about. There is a merchandise tab. You can click on that. You can go get you some cool merchandise, get a hat, get a shirt, get a cup, get you something like that. Help support us in getting our veteran voices out for all to hear. Also, huge shout out to the Till Valhalla Project. It's out there doing amazing things. If you don't know anything about the Till Valhalla Project, go to their website. That's tillvalhallaproject.com. Go check them out. And if there's any way you can help them, please do so. I am humbled that they allowed me to be an ambassador for that great organization. All right. With that, I got the crew here. One will be joining us here shortly, but we'll go round robin. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, Andrew. It's great to be here. Beautiful weather here in San Diego. The weather's awesome. It was a little cold, down about around 40 here where I live in East County, San Diego. This morning it was kind of chilly,
Wow.
but it rose very steadily up to about 78 by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So bright sunshine, no clouds in the sky.
Very nice.
Once again, if it wasn't for the politicians, politics, taxes, prices, and all these crazy liberals around here, this would be an ultimate paradise.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're in the season now of sweating during the day and having to wear a jacket at night.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's a nice jacket. You don't have to get anything too heavy, which is nice. So, and I lost you, didn't I? It's just me.
No, he froze up.
Oh, it was okay. Aaron, how are you doing?
So I don't know about jackets, but it's cooled off here a little bit.
There we go. Did I freeze or did you guys freeze?
Oh, you froze.
There we go.
Yeah. The second you said something about liberals, they were like, nope.
Yep.
No. Yeah, they got you. They know what's going on Sunday nights.
Man. Well, the heck with them.
I'm gonna have to start doing OPSEC, and we'll do OPSEC, and we'll offset the schedule so they can't figure it out. All right, Aaron, how about you? What's going on?
Cooled off here as well. Last night or nights ago, opened the door to let the dogs out at night. Felt a cool breeze. When I say cool, it's sweatshirt weather here in Florida, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But what it sounds like from Mark, it's sweatshirt weather like all day, really. I don't know about sweating at 78, but that's still pretty cool. It is. You do start sweating during the day here just because the sun's so hot. But
yeah.
Other than that, doing good. Good.
You're not flooded right now, and your electric is on. So
thank God.
Yeah. Doing good then.
Yep.
Doing real good. I like it. All right. We got Vic joined us late, but he made it just in time as we're doing round robin. Hey, how you doing, Vic?
I'm good. How you guys doing? Yeah, sorry for being a little bit late there, dealing with dog issues. So let's see. It's been a busy week. Meetings and all kinds of stuff. Had open house at the school today, so prospective students and families coming by and that kind of stuff. So it's just been a lot been going on. One of my neighbors sent me a text and said, "Hey, can anybody have the ability to cut off table legs? I'm trying to turn my tall table into a short table." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do that." So she dropped off table legs. So lots of plates spinning right now. But today's cigar is called Intemperance. This is by Roma Craft. Intemperance. It's a pretty well. This is a Perfecto. Perfecto is any cigar that has a taper at both ends. Almost. But good enough for us. Basically, your master rollers are the ones that roll Perfectos, because the taper at both ends is like a trait of a master roller. This one is a pretty thick gauge. It's bigger, almost about as big around as my thumb. You can't really see my thumb behind it. So it's a pretty thick gauge cigar. One of the larger ones I've smoked in a while. I normally don't care for thick gauge cigars, basically because it's more binder and filler than wrapper. And as I've explained in the past, most the wrapper is where you get most of your flavor from. But there's a lot going on here, because this is an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with an Indonesian binder with Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers. So a lot of complex flavors going on here. The website says that it's both medium strength and medium body. Medium strength meaning it doesn't have a whole lot of nicotine. Medium body meaning not robust, peppery, spicy kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see how it goes. There was no descriptions. I looked up a few different reviews. Nobody described what the flavors were. So I'll let you know.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to hear what flavors it is in. We get to hear it from you directly before anybody else, so it'll be good.
It sounds like a true international cigar.
It sounds like it, yes.
Yeah. Apparently the cigar factories and the cigar companies have figured out how to work well together internationally. You would think that everyone would figure that out, but apparently that does not happen.
Should we monetize cigars? Should we start trading in cigars?
I think maybe.
They export.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. I like it. All right. Well, I guess we can move on. We'll go ahead and go to veteran news with Mark.
We have this week we have the Eastern Sierra Disabled Sports Clinic. It's up in Mammoth Mountain. The whole town comes out and supports this evolution. It's the last week in January for active duty and veterans to sign up for. You can take the active duty or veteran can take one person with them. They have to be signed up. The applications are still available on Eastern Sierra Sports Eastern Sierra Disabled Sports. So what they do, they train anybody, any American who's got some type of disability, adults, children, but they also have a special program for veterans. They have one in the winter months in January, and then again in the summer months where they do it. But this is a remarkable organization. Like I said, they get the whole town to participate in this. The hotels, the restaurants. They have a day, the opening day, and then the closing day, like during the winter months, the winter event. They'll get it seems like the whole town shows up, and they make an arc with ski poles, and all the veterans go through that arc. And
no kidding.
They're thanking them for their service. It's phenomenal. But they'll take a veteran, and this was like without any legs. They'll put them on one of those sled things with just one ski.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And by within an hour or so, they'll have them going down the slopes like it's crazy. Way better than I can. It's just amazing. The human spirit takes over and adapts, improvises, and overcomes to go out there and enjoy themselves in these things. They have if they're a blind veteran or a blind individual, they'll have someone right next to them, and they hook onto them. They ski with them all the way down. Snowboard, whatever type of event they want to do. They have snowmobiling. I mean, it's a great event. They just do a phenomenal job. The city of Mammoth, and especially the resort there, opens themselves up and really says thank you to the veterans And once again, they help any American can apply to go there at different times.
Wow, that sounds like a really cool organization that they got, or thing that they got going on there.
It is.
Yeah.
And then the summer one is just as fun.
And now where do they go to find all that information? What was it?
Let me pull that back up.
Sorry about that.
Is no, I was up when I had it open. It was interfering with the sound on my computer. So Eastern Sierra. Disabled. It is Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra.org.
Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra.org.
That is correct.
Okay, awesome.
All one word. Disabled Sports Eastern Sierra.org.
Very cool. All right. I like it. You got anything else for us, Mark?
Not right at this time.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's jump over to military news with Vic.
All right, got a few things. See, number one, DoD will work quickly to meet President's surge commitment to Ukraine support. In September, President Joe Biden announced his plans to surge, in quotations, surge security assistance to Ukraine. That surge includes a plan to ensure all remaining congressional authorized funding to support Ukraine, including $5.5 billion in presidential drawdown authority, should be transferred to Ukraine before the administration closes out activities in January.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
so Biden is trying to ram the last little bit he can, squeeze the last little bit he can out of the taxpayers. I mean, I guess it's already funded.
10% for the big guy.
Yep. Executing the president's drawdown authority, which means moving more than $5.5 billion in gear from U.S. inventory to Ukraine before January 20th is a tall order. But Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh said the Department of Defense has demonstrated a remarkability to quickly get things done over the past 3 years. So what they're talking about is just about 70 days. The department can do incredible work in that amount of time. The president has made it clear he wants to spend down the authority that Congress has allocated and authorized before he leaves office. Let's see. Since Russia illegally invaded Ukraine in February 22, the U.S. has provided about $60.4 billion in security assistance. Now, on November 1st, for example, the department initiated the 69th presidential drawdown authority package to Ukraine. 69th package to Ukraine, worth $425 million. So almost another $500 million.
Wow.
And he still wants to give them another $5.5 billion before January.
That's insane. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is the other thing that kind of makes you go, We're constantly refilling our shelves and our stockpiles. The secretary is not going to allow the department to dip below readiness levels that he doesn't feel as comfortable with. So as we continue to refill our own shelves, we're going to equip the capabilities and continue the flow out. So we are stocking their shelves and our shelves at the same time. So taxpayers are paying for two countries' military armaments right now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's I thought that was interesting. Let's see. In other news, let's see. You're in trouble, and that's spelled URINE. You're in trouble.
Nice.
Piss poor inside the sloppy practices of military urinalysis lab.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Heinous.
The travesty, the horror.
Who would have ever thought?
So a military gunnery sergeant an Afghan war hero saw his drug conviction overturned this fall by the Navy Marine Corps Court of Criminal Appeals. Gunnery Sergeant Rory R. Hurst conviction was based on a urine sample that tested positive for an illegal drug. But during the course of the appeals process, the case against Hurst revealed troublesome shortfalls in how at least one urinalysis lab handled samples of service members being tested for drugs. Let's see, a little further down here. A lab doctor testified that the drug level found in Hurst's urine was so low that he probably didn't feel the effects of the drug. That's what the lab doctor said. But the Marine staff sergeant who oversaw the urinalysis sample processing at the time referred in his court records only as Sergeant DW, Staff Sergeant DW, conceded during trial testimony that paperwork discrepancies were sloppy and depended on, and I'm quoting, how lazy I was that day.
Oh God.
That's some balls to say that on the stand right there. It's been very frustrating from our perspective when a client says, I did not do this, and I would not do this, and then we start pulling the strings and we see where the problems with the drug program are. Yeah, evidence presented in court showed a pattern of negligence both on the part of the substance abuse control officer, Staff Sergeant DW, tasked with getting Hurst's initial urine sample to the testing lab, as well as the Navy Drug Screening Laboratory in Great Lakes, Illinois. Discrepancies noted while Staff Sergeant DW was in charge, and during the Hurst sample processing totaled more than 31 pages. 31
Whoa.
pages of discrepancies.
Whoa.
That's not peeling back the onion. That's peeling back a whole bag of onions.
And there's
Yeah.
a commander about to be fired somewhere
Yeah.
already. Yep.
So this is some of the boxes sent to Great Lakes were missing the urine samples listed on DW's paperwork. Some contained the wrong unit identification code. Some had tamper-proof seals that were broken. Other specimens had 2 seals. Signatures and dates were missing. Some of the paperwork was missing entirely. Boxes were improperly packaged. Initials of submarines didn't match those on the samples. There were insufficient samples. There were discrepancies in the initials of the purported observers, and there were discrepancies with DOD identification numbers on the labels of some of the samples. Just a mess all around.
There's a command issue there.
Yeah. It's, oh man.
You know, that's the issue that we get a young staff sergeant or somebody that's gotten in trouble or whatever, and we're like, oh hey, let's just throw you in here. And that's where they end up. And then they're on their way out or they're ticked off about something and they're like, yeah, I don't even care. They're not even trying.
Yep.
Yep.
And then was there one over? Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. What?
I said stand by for mandatory piss test.
You're hydrated.
Slow.
I'm sure everybody has been glued to the TV watching all the appointment picks from soon-to-be President Trump. Right? Trump's Pentagon pick paid women after sexual assault allegations, but denied wrongdoing. So the lawyer, so Pete Hegseth is Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense, right? Everybody knows Fox News contributor. He's on Fox News quite a bit. His defense secretary paid a woman who was accused of sexual assault to head off a threat of a baseless lawsuit. Hegseth was accused of sexual assault in 2017 after her speaking appearance at a women's Republican event in Monterey, California. No charges were filed. Hegseth's lawyer, Tim Pala, something P16, said Sunday that the sexual encounter was consensual. Palomar said a payment was made to the woman as part of a confidential settlement because Hegseth believed the filing of the threatened lawsuit could have gotten him fired from Fox News. So I don't know if he's married or not, but he at least admitted that it was consensual. So I don't. If he admitted to it and then just tried to pay her off to keep it from going anywhere, there's a really good chance he may not get approved by Congress. So we'll see where that goes. But and then yep, I think that's
last administration.
Say again.
Look who all they approved on the last administration.
Yeah, good point.
Their records aren't clean.
But they're Democrats, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Oh yeah, but they'll be the first ones to point the finger when Pete Hegseth goes up there.
Yep.
But who politician wise is really 100% clean? I don't think there's anybody.
I'd be surprised if there was one.
None.
They
Not any
can't.
that I know.
That's what politics is just doing backdoor deals, and they're just always in for themselves doing something. Maybe not all of them, but a good portion of them are. At least what I see.
Way I see it, we're all human.
That's true.
The problem is it on that side is, well, they can't be trusted. Well, neither can you. So
Yeah.
And
Really,
they,
nobody can, I
They go
suppose.
along with the plan, the strategy, accuse your opponent or your enemy of exactly what you're doing.
yep, exactly.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
how
very-
this is burning like a torch?
Yeah.
Oh,
That good or
That's
bad?
because- that's good. That's the oils in the tobacco.
Really?
Yes. So a cigar that is very oily typically has some nice richer flavors. But if it stays lit like that, that's the oils in the wrappers or the oils in the tobacco.
Huh.
So yes.
I just learned it something.
I know. Me too. Yeah. Dang, look at us go. We're
That's all I got. I
educational
yield the rest
show.
of my time.
I stick with my position on the cigars, though.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That's okay, Mark. I'll smoke your share.
I'm sure you have already anyway. So
Is a
And yours and Aaron's and Mike's.
yeah. Pretty much everyone. Yeah, you're right.
not growing type of facial hair whatsoever. And
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting there. This is since November 1st. You know, you can actually start to see it now.
Oh, look at that. Look.
That cultivation.
I
Very
scratch it a
nice.
lot to stimulate growth.
You know, they sell those little rolly things. You roll on them. They're supposed to make your hair grow in faster or something, or
I didn't-
stronger. I don't know.
I didn't do it. The most I did was like use some shampoo and some beard oil, a little bit of beard balm. That's about it.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Now it itched like, and I know you can attest to this. It itched like a son of a gun for.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with the beard itching. The only
Really?
time it ever did was just a tiny bit, like down here, but everywhere else, it never bothered me.
All right.
Sorry.
Well-
Okay, well let's go to current news with Aaron.
Well, so Vic hit on it, talking about giving more, the rest of, whatever this, what we call it, supply. Is that what we call it? Supply? Pre-ordered supply of money to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Whatever we want to call it. Well, he also authorized the use of U.S. weapons against into Russia.
Really?
Yeah, that was earlier today. Came out earlier today.
Hear that?
I don't know if y'all have talked about it on the show, but I guess a couple weeks or so ago, North Koreans sent troops to fight with the Russians.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And they suspect there's upwards of 10,000 North Korean troops over there.
Mhm.
So I guess Biden decided he's going to go ahead and authorize the use of the weapons, as I guess from what I read and understood, is kind of a bargaining tool to hopefully, convince, Putin that he don't need to proceed any further. But
Yeah.
and obviously we already know that Putin is willing to have conversations with Trump. Probably not willing to have conversations with Biden, but that being said, who knows where this is going to go? $5 billion authorize the use of U.S. weapons against Russia. It could escalate within the next month or so before Trump even gets in there. Who knows?
Yeah, very true.
So that's really just the one kind of current news that stood out.
Did you by chance see the I saw it on, I don't know, the face pages or the ticker talkers or something, I'm not sure which, but it was Biden is doing his kind of last world tour, if you will, and he was like taking pictures, but they stuck him in the back, and he was just fine with it, whatever. Could you imagine Trump if they try to stick him in the back? He'd just walk right up the front, you know? Yeah, I think he's done that before actually and made a bunch of people mad, but
Yeah, the way, yeah.
Biden was just sitting in the back, like, yep, whatever. I'm here doing my thing.
His administration's world tour, not his. He's just a puppet that continues to sit there. But yeah, so obviously possible escalation there. Who knows? Iran, I hadn't seen much more on them trying to escalate or de-escalate. It's probably more of a stalemate than anything right now.
Yeah.
But who knows where that could go? The fight that I want to talk about is the Tyson and
Yeah.
and
Let's talk about Tyson, man. He's my boy, you know.
in better news, yeah. Jake Paul beat him in 8 rounds, unanimous decision, but it's probably just because he landed more punches, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now, I don't get me wrong, man. I like Tyson. I really do. He's a good fighter, but his legs could not move the way his upper body wanted him to move. There was a couple of times in the earlier rounds where he like kind of started doing his back and forth and little dance or whatever, and he got inside a couple of times and was able to land a couple of punches. But man, he just after that, his legs it was like jello, man, standing underneath him. It was crazy.
He's definitely 58. Now I know Mark could still do his thing.
With Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah.
I can do that all day.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh man. Now, of course, the most important part about the whole Tyson fight, though, was obviously the interview with him, his son interviewing him in the locker room, right? And his son is like, "Hey, Daddy," and he starts asking him questions, and they're going back and forth. And at the end, he's like, "All right, I love you." And Tyson gives him a kiss and turns around and starts walking off and just moons everybody. I mean, his butt is out for everybody to see. And man, that was like perfect Tyson. Like couldn't plan it. Like it's just who he is. That's how he does business. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Did you watch? You didn't watch any of the other fights, right?
No, I didn't. Literally, you sent a message, asked if we were watching it, and I wasn't at the time, so I turned it on.
Oh, okay.
He taken some medicine and was laying down about half out, so I put it. I think I started watching it. I think it was 3rd round, maybe start of the 3rd round, into the 2nd, start of the 3rd, and I watched it till about the 6th round, and then I guess I passed out. I woke up, my phone was laying on the side of the bed. Opened it up to see who won, but
yeah. The fights before it were really, really good fights, and I was very impressed. Now, the very first fight was, it was okay, but a good fight. Nothing outrageous, I would say, in that fight. The second fight ended up being a draw, and it was a championship fight. And so they go in there, and man, they beat the living tar out of each other. Man, they were good. It was a good fight. Ended up being a draw, and then the 2 women came in, and you talking about beating the crap out of something. Now, that was a good fight, man. They took it to each other. And the one girl got head butted, and her eye, like the eyelid, man, came down. Like there was a gash, man. I swear it was huge, and just ridiculous. They took her to the corner. It's like, "Hey, get the doc up here." The doc like comes up, and man, it's like flapping down, man. You can see it like this, right? And the doc's like, "It's not bleeding too bad. Do you want to continue?" And she's like, "Yeah, we're going to continue." And she finished it out, man. Toughed it out to the very end and did very, very well. In fact, I thought she should have won, but it went to the other girl, the champion. I don't even know their names, but man, was it a good fight. You guys missed it. Missed a good fight.
Yeah, I missed all those fights.
And I think there was a big UFC fight this weekend as well.
It just flashed up on the screen, but there was a fight between the Steelers and Ravens too. A couple of players.
Oh, really? Didn't Trump go to the UFC fight?
He did.
It was like Trump, Elon. I can't remember who else was there. And then Roy Jones, I think it was Roy Jones, brought his belt out and gave it to him, and also did the Trump dance. He's out there doing the Trump dance when he won.
John Jones.
John Jones, that's who it is. Yeah.
You
John
show
Jones.
with that Roy Jones and Roy Jones Jr. and
Yeah, it's all confusing, man. I don't know.
they were boxers, by the way.
Yeah.
But
You said John Jones was the UFC fighter, right? Yeah. You can tell I'm big into it and watch it all the time.
no, I don't either. Football, basketball. Now basketball season started, so
Dang, it's already started?
yeah.
College?
Yeah.
Dang. That's craziness. It's already there.
Already
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, I know. Now, what are you guys going to do on Thanksgiving? Are you going to have a big meal? What are you going to do? Mark, what about you?
Yeah, we'll have it right here at our house.
Okay, I'll be there.
Come on out. Come on, you're welcome.
I'm just
Everyone's
kidding.
welcome.
I'll be in Oklahoma, so it's all good.
I got a big handle of Jameson, and big
Okay.
handle of vodka. I'm good.
Nice.
I'll have a big, probably do a roast. I'm more of a roast guy. I've been hitting the red meat only thing.
Oh, I see. Okay. Is that part of a diet or something, or you just?
It's just different. I keep hearing about it. Everyone says, "Oh, red meat, salt, and water. That's it." So I just throw in some alcohol with it, and I'm good.
I mean, it's to top it all off. You might as well. It makes sense.
Yeah, wash
Very
it.
nice. Now, all your
I
kids,
saw-
grandkids will be there.
Oh yeah. So I saw some reel or whatever like that was explaining how beef tallow protects your liver from the effects of alcohol.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna try it
Not- yeah, that makes sense.
because I
Get
got
a little more alcohol intake if you're eating the red meat.
Yeah,
Huh. You're my hero. That's good. Dang. We need to make a special about that. We'll call it the Mark O'Loughlin diet. It'll be good. Aaron, how about you? What are you going to do?
Probably deep fry another turkey this year.
Ooh,
I
I do
asked
like deep fried turkey.
what we're gonna do. She don't know yet. I said, well, we're about pretty soon be a week away here in the next few days.
You better go find you a turkey
Thursday,
now.
week away.
We gotta figure it out soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Man, I love Thanksgiving. That's one of my favorite meals of the year right there. Vic, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know if I've ever explained it to you guys before, but so Amy, shortly after she and I got married 21 years ago and counting, found out that a lot of the guys in Amy's side of the family go hunting over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it leaves the women in the family, the women folk, with nothing to do. So starting about, I don't know, 18 years ago, maybe 19 years ago, various women from my wife's side of the family come to wherever we were at in the Marine Corps. And they love traveling to wherever we were at in different coasts and up in North Coast, South Coast, East Coast, West Coast. They would just come to wherever we were at, and then they would find something. Sometimes we take them to Disneyland, take them to what was up Hershey Park, or when we were up in Pennsylvania, we just go do different things with them. So it's become an annual tradition now. So this year, her cousin and her cousin's daughter are coming, and then so we're going to entertain them for the weekend. And then her cousin from her dad's side lives in Georgia, and he and his wife have started. This will be the third year coming up to us for Thanksgiving. So we'll probably have like maybe 10 people, 12 people here at the house. And then this will be year 18 of deep frying a turkey.
Oh wow.
You said 18?
Year 18 of deep frying a turkey. Yes. So yeah, gotten pretty good at it over the years. So last year was our very first year of deep frying a fresh turkey. So around here at the delis, you can get fresh turkeys like butchered within 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty cool. It's never frozen. They butcher it and immediately like chill it, blast cool it, I guess, and then you pick it up the day before, and then you don't have to put it in the refrigerator for 4 days and let it thaw out or anything like that. You just go straight into the deep fry. And I will say that
Wow.
Like natural, like unfrozen turkeys,
Yes.
they cook a lot quicker. Normally it's 3 minutes per pound plus 10 minutes. And I followed that same with our fresh turkey last year, and it was significantly overcooked. The whole
Really?
turkey had almost a bark on it. So I felt bad. You had to dig down deep into the breast to get some actual juicy meat, but it was just way overcooked. So I think this year I'm going to go 2 pounds per minute plus 10 minutes and see if that does it. Yeah, number 18, year 18. So
Wow. That's cool. Now, do you guys have any traditions? I know when I was when we lived on the West Coast, especially 29 Palms and stuff, from then on, what we would do was cook steaks on the barbecue, and that's what we'd have for Thanksgiving because it was just me and the wife or what have you. So, get us a couple of ribeyes, throw them on there, and
Yes.
yeah, I like ribeye. Man, I like ribeye.
our other tradition now has become that whenever whoever is here with us for that Thanksgiving, we break out the tree Thanksgiving night, set up the tree, and then whoever's here family wise helps us decorate the tree and decorate the house for Christmas. So it's a whole family event, and it's really cool.
You know how smart that is, though. That means that you don't have to do it all.
Hardship shared is hardship divided. Absolutely.
Hey, man. You know where it's at. That's good.
Yeah. Kidneys.
You've done this once or twice. I like it. What about Mark? What do you got? You got any family traditions you do?
No, just like I said, just get together. And then now we used to, all the guys would go golfing the next day.
Mm.
But a few times some of the younger husbands got a little too carried away at the with the alcohol, so the young wives kind of put a kibosh on that.
Oh yeah, don't know how to.
With the old guys,
Yeah, they couldn't hang. It's all good.
So
very nice. Well, Aaron,
remember,
Oh, go ahead.
You remember that it was when you and Carlene were still living in Caminos Los Rombos or whatever up there north of Camp
In Orange County, yeah.
Remember, like that's when Amy brought by the Dr. Pepper, and it was like her famous quote, where do you oh, are those fresh cranberries? Because I brought some Diet Dr. Pepper, remember that?
Oh yeah.
But like Andrew said, hey, let's go to the driving range, so we finish, you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
So we finished our meal, and the women folks stay at the house and doing whatever they do, and then Andrew and I went and decided we were going to go hit some balls at the driving range, and that was the last time I ever touched a golf club, because it was I got so my hands sweat. I have really sweaty hands all the time. Like my hands are sweating right now, and you can see my breath outside. So we're about I don't know probably 10 maybe 15 balls into our first basket of balls, and like the club slips out of my hand and goes sailing like 15 yards. So I'm like, oh, hold on a second. Yeah. And everybody was like, oh, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. And so I walk out and I grab my club and I come back, I get about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes later, it happens again, but it sails out like 30 yards, but I clipped the top of the ball. So the ball rolls out like 10 feet in front of the tee, but the club sails like 30 yards. And then 3 tees down from us, this woman old enough to be my grandmother goes, your club went further than the ball. I'm like, that's it. I went out, I got the club, I put it in Andrew's club bag there, and I'm like, I'm done.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty funny.
Never touched a golf club since.
And you do have sweaty hands. You do have
Jack Davis.
Yeah, I was going to say, after when you were conducting concerts, you would always make it a point to whoever was coming on to conduct next, you'd make sure they shook their hand really good in front of the audience so they couldn't say anything and they just have sweat all over their hands. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yep.
I enjoyed that. What about you, Aaron? What do you guys do?
No specific traditions. Obviously, when I was in the military, living on base and stuff like that, we typically any neighbors that were around or meetings or whatever didn't have anywhere to go, we'd invite them over to the house.
Yeah.
Come have Thanksgiving dinner with us. Mostly, it's just been recently over the last few years, just close family. Daughters, significant others, and some of their family, and I think last year, what did we do last year? I'm trying to remember now. I honestly don't remember what I did last year. I think I think we went to my daughter's house. So I fried the turkey here, but we took it over there.
Nice.
I think it was just.
That means you didn't have to clean up.
What's that?
I said that means you didn't have to clean up.
Oh, I still have to clean up. It's. I try to sit down. What are you doing sitting down? Why are you sitting down? It's time to clean up. You can get in your help too. Well, I would love to find some golf or a driving range to go over in.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, what I did, family, basically huge family would get together and have Thanksgiving, and then typically the men would go out, do their thing outside. Some of us would go hunt. Now, the Fort, F-O-R-T is the last name. That side of the family was a huge, huge family. As I've gotten older, and a lot of them have passed away, a lot of the older guys, the brothers and stuff, have passed away. They don't get together as much anymore, but that I can remember being outside with all them, the brothers and everything, and it was typically what boys do.
Yeah.
Fight and do stuff that somebody's gonna get hurt doing.
That's right.
As it
The
should
fun
be.
stuff.
Yeah.
Men being men or boys being boys, right? And you got to have that,
Now,
And I think that's what's wrong with the country is we forget that men have to be men and boys have to be boys.
Yeah.
You are
To an
correct.
extent.
You are correct.
What'd you say? Oh, Mark
I
said
said-
you're correct. What did you say, Vic?
I said to an extent. My wife has been watching the American Sports Story. Anybody ever heard of that?
No.
It's
What is that?
it's the Aaron Hernandez story.
Okay.
He played for I guess he went to school in high school in Connecticut, and then he played for with Tim Tebow at Florida, and then he got drafted by the Patriots, and then he got into all kinds of trouble both in Florida and at the Patriots. Convicted of murder, and then committed suicide in prison. So I say men will be men, but within reason.
Yeah. Don't go that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, murder's out.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider, that being a manly trait, going out just to murder somebody. I don't think that's a manly trait.
No.
Maybe a little bit ballistic therapy, like to the range or target practice or something.
Yeah.
There was nothing but fields around us, so we'd set up some targets and break out the 22, see who could shoot the best.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You weren't out there trying to murder somebody.
Right.
That's bad. That's bad to go. Yeah. Well, you guys got anything else you want to chat about tonight?
I wanted to go back to this. What's going on with Ukraine and the president authorizing weapons.
Okay.
And now with North Korea sending troops over, what do you all think that Biden is doing might be on purpose, trying to escalate things so that he can leave Trump with a bigger mess?
Mm.
Well, my personal thought is that's exactly what this administration is trying to do. Gunk things up, just like they did in his first term. Gunk things up so he has less time to focus on fixing the country. So they can say, "Oh, see, we told you so. He didn't do anything." Then that's my personal thought.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned now that there's at least that we know of 10,000 North Korean troops. Once they start getting killed by American weapons, what is that going to do to the escalation?
I think that
yeah.
a lot of those North Korean troops have already been killed by Ukrainians, though. Wasn't that one of the reports that North Korea is all ticked off because they were told their troops are going to be in support, and Putin threw them right onto the front lines?
I might have missed that one.
And
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
yeah, I think
we
I'm
talked
pretty
about
sure I
that
saw
last week or the week before.
Yeah, yeah. So North Korea's feeling like they got stabbed in the back a little.
They probably did. Well,
Oh yeah. But
It
I
does-
think you're totally right. Biden is doing this on purpose, and just like I said, 10% for the big guy. It's a money laundering scheme. This whole time, the entire time that all that money has been being sent to Ukraine is a money laundering scheme.
Well,
Plain
anytime
and
war
simple.
happens, any war, that's what's
Any
happening.
war,
Yeah.
any war.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I always wondered this during the campaign, as Biden was doing things. I don't know how many times that he contradicted Harris and what she was doing. And I wondered, like, in the back of his mind, is he thinking, you know what? Maybe I should help Trump a little bit and, without helping him. You know what I mean?
Did you see him smiling when him and Trump got together at the White House?
Oh, yeah.
He was grinning ear to ear like he was happy.
does he just his pants?
Probably.
I honestly do not think Biden knows what's going on. That's my opinion, because because he's already it's been proven he's losing his mind, right?
Yep.
Jill probably knows what's going on, and she's probably the one approving everything.
And I'm glad we haven't seen her since whenever.
But it's totally on this administration that's making these decisions to do these things, and
Totally.
and we already know they hate Trump and everything he stands for. They hate RFK. They outcasted him. They hate Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Or they didn't have a problem with Elon until Elon bought Twitter and said anybody can say what they want on here.
And 80% of you are fired.
Yeah.
Stand by for that to happen again on a bigger scale.
In the government.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
He's
it's
gonna
coming.
need 60
Oh, yes.
for this in the government. So
Yeah.
hey,
Wants to cut $2 trillion in
Yeah.
spending.
Awesome.
Did you see he is looking for people to work at Doge, I think is what he's calling it. But Doge, and it said, I think you have to be willing to work 80 hours a week for no pay.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
know
wish I
one
was
person that
financially
applied.
secure. I'd do it.
I know one person that applied.
oh really?
It was not me, because I'm not willing to work 80 hours anywhere. But my wife, she applied. She went on, because you apply over X, send them the
Awesome.
thing, and she did it. She
Awesome.
applied. So hopefully she'll get on. I'll never
God
see
bless
her again,
Carlene.
but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. And then Chris Como, did you watch any of the news reporter Chris Como?
No.
I think that's his name. But my wife likes watching him, so she was pointing this out. But he had the new, I can't remember the guy's name. Who was the guy, Sweeney, that came on? Huh? The new border guy. from for
Tom
Trump.
Holman.
I can't.
Holman, yeah.
Tom Holman.
Yeah. He had him
Oh,
on.
I like that guy.
Oh yeah, he had him on, and he was like, "Hey, he's not. His way of thinking and this way he's doing things is not bad. We should really consider this." And he is kind of flipping the script a little bit on what he has been doing in the past. But there's a lot of the newscasters and things like that are actually doing that.
Yep.
Yep.
It's funny how people when your side starts losing, how everybody starts eating their own, and they're like, oh, maybe now like if we want to keep our jobs, maybe we should flip the script a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're throwing Camel under the bus like it is cool now.
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh,
over
yeah.
the place. I mean, everybody's eating their own. It's funny. It's comical.
It's wild just to see the whole change in everything. It's incredible.
I still can't get past the whole 1.4 billion and 20 million in the hole.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Oprah Winfrey said, "Oh no, I didn't take a penny of that $1 million you gave me. I had to pay my crew and my production manager, and those people need to get paid." Seriously, we're talking like maybe $100,000 to pay. We'll say $300,000 to pay all those people. Really?
Yeah. I didn't
Hey,
take
but
it.
and did you see Elon Musk also said that Fauci has to be charged?
Good.
Really?
I didn't
Yep,
see that.
Elon
But
Musk said it.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
mm,
It's.
I
Man.
hope so.
I did.
I hope so.
Yeah, I did see an article where they are the current administration employees are lawyering up in preparation for retribution.
Oh yeah. I hope they're getting their resumes ready too.
Yeah.
Like 80% of them.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I bet
Oh, man.
there's some generals and admirals that are going to be seeking employment elsewhere either.
Yeah, that's a
Also-
good point. Yeah.
Out of retirement.
Who was the major that got fired? I guess he didn't get fired, but he resigned. Got
Oh
kicked
shit,
out.
he went to the brig though. He's
Yeah,
a
he-
lieutenant colonel. He went to the brig.
yeah.
Yeah, what was his name? Do you remember?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
Stuart Scheller.
Yeah, that's it. And he was right in all the stuff he was saying. Now, the platform he said it on when he was on active duty, okay, sure, I get that. But, I mean, he's not wrong.
But the thing is none of them denied anything that he accused them of.
Yeah.
What they were upset about is how he chose to do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And he goes all over the country doing, he does talks. He does all kinds of stuff all over the country.
Oh yeah.
So he's still out there doing stuff. Yeah, good times. Well, I guess we can start wrapping this up, and we can just figure out who has words of wisdom. So who do we want to start with? Aaron, you want to go first?
I actually don't have words of wisdom. Today,
Aaron's words of wisdom is sometimes you just got to take a break.
yeah, there you go.
I read into that.
I would say probably about 80% of healing is just resting, right? Like not doing anything, just rest.
Yeah,
Take a
it's important.
and this is not quoting anybody, but take a break from everything you're doing. Just relax, take a nap, whatever you get.
Yeah,
Read the Word of God.
yeah.
Do something besides
Without a
That's right.
doubt.
besides something physical wise, like yard work. Don't keep doing. He's already hurting.
Hey, you can always join us on Wednesdays for the Fireside Chat Men of Faith, which is going pretty good.
I thought it was Tuesdays.
Tuesdays he publishes.
Well,
them.
we record on Tuesdays, but it posts on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it,
So
got
we
it, got it,
record and
got
it goes live on TikTok on Tuesdays, and then on Wednesdays is when it
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. It's good because all my TikTok listeners, we record again on Tuesday night. for that fireside chat, Men of Faith, and we discuss biblical principles. It's a really good one. You guys should join in. It's good, anyways. And it posts on Wednesday, just like this one tonight that we're recording will post tomorrow on Monday. So it'll be good. All right, Vic, what do you got? You got some words of wisdom for us?
I do. I actually have two quotes here that are giving a nod to our bloated bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is the art of making the possible impossible. And there is nothing so useless as doing efficiently what should have never been done at all.
Oh, wow. Well,
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dang. Yeah. I like it. All right, Mark.
In life, with your opportunities, when one door closes, another one might open. But you can always open that one door because that's how doors work.
I love it. It's so true. Just turn the knob and push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not, kick it in. Just like you said, if it sticks, force it. If it breaks, it needed fixing anyway.
Oh yeah, man, you're full of them tonight. Man, he's on a roll. He's on a roll. I like it.
Vic sparked my
Cool. Well,
memory there.
anybody got anything else?
What about Vic's cigar?
Oh yeah, fake cigar.
Oh yeah. We got to hear that. Vic,
So
Vic,
it's
tell us.
because it's such a large gauge. I didn't even make it through half of it. I mean, I maybe made it through a third of it. But I will say that it's a little earthy, but it's got some cedar in it. And I wouldn't call it creamy because it's medium bodied, and I see that. But it's got a nice little earthy flavor to it. Maybe a little bit of white pepper and some cedar in it. It's not bad.
I couldn't hear everything that you said because I was laughing at Mark as he was laughing at you.
Why? Well, what's to laugh about?
Aaron's laughing too.
Yeah.
I love these reviews. This is great.
Oh,
That's good. So is that where is that on your scale? Right, you have or where you have and then you have meh, and then Which one is
that's
it?
where we're at.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Definitely a thumbs up.
Yeah. What is the number one? Like if you were saying this is the number one expression for it, what would it be?
Fuck yeah. That's
Okay. Yeah. All right. You heard it here first, folks. All right, cool. Hey guys, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. To all the listeners out there, if you're struggling and need some help, anything like that, don't forget the VA does have some great resources. You can always call 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on that chat icon. Any of those options are going to put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life lost is one too many. I care about you, Vic, Mark, Aaron. They all care about you. The whole veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to your buddies that you served with and ask them how they're doing. And if they need a helping hand, please give them that helping hand. One last time, guys, thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on and doing this with me every week. It's much appreciated. To all the listeners out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.